Good afternoon, or whatever it is where you are, the time, I mean. Um, Once again, have to check. The stream is running. Seems like it is. Um, Maybe I should change the description. Okay, yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we are going to the tree. Um, Now I have most blue points. I usually complain that, oh, I don't have enough blue, but now I've only got blue and a little bit of yellow. So I probably won't be able to buy any more of these skills or buffs or whatever they are. So I wonder how much longer is there in the game. I guess it's gonna finish soon after we reach the tree. In his wisdom, Lord has foreseen the tree of knowing's appearance. Thanks to him, we can witness this unusual phenomenon. How about this stuff? Okay, I guess I have to go inside the tree for this to open up. I'm afraid I must start with some bad news. Mama, I'm a criminal break out of prison. I got achievement. Not quite sure. I'm afraid I must start with some bad news. We found out someone had been breaking into the clan's secure areas. Ah, that's me. We noticed in the game logs that a Lex Occulta journalist had been in the stronghold. If you saw her, come talk to me after the ceremony. And always be vigilant. Enemies of truth and universal happiness are on the prowl. Today, against all odds and difficulty, we celebrate the Tree of Knowing and its wisest guardian, Lord Enlightened. Mistress Eternal Cocoon has repaired the golden stone golem that will serve the clan for the glory of Lord from now on. From today, Eternal Cocoon will sit with me at Lord's table and take part in the clan's decision making. Past choices, Miasma of the Roots will pay tribute to Lord. She's come a long way under his wing to be promoted to disciple. To express her gratitude, she's written a poem. Maya leaned towards me. I'll lose her, won't I? We've been inseparable and now we'll work apart. Do you think she'll have time for me? Comfort her. Yay, I got some green. Yeah, well, I don't need green for this. But, yeah. Well, we'll see. I guess there's gonna be some, at least like one more section within the tree, probably. So I might be able to level something up still. Mia isn't going anywhere. She will still be here and you'll be able to see her. Maybe something will change when she becomes a disciple. I wrote this poem for Lord in gratitude for showing me the right way. She cleared her throat. We lived with no goal, like trash tossed by the wind on the streets of Low City. It wasn't pretty. We had no sense of security. The clan makes our lives worthwhile. It shows us the way. Like a lathe, it shapes our hearts every day for self-improvement's sake. A few people giggled. Lord enlightened, maker of all, his mind like gold makes us enthralled. Like a magic mirror, it shows those with virtues tall. Uh, You made comparisons to locked, secured items you couldn't see. You don't deserve to be a mistress. You'll be locked in my chamber. Guards! She grinned. She wasn't promoted. We can play together again. Just that isolation. What outrage! She yelled and turned around, taking a swing at Goldwielder. When she got arrested, she giggled. Master Goldreader earned gold for the glory of Lord and managed the loot well. Thus he ends his trial period and becomes a clan master. To our surprise, Goldwielder ceded his position to Eternal Cocoon, who will be the new Vault Master.
It's my duty to guide the
Ah, okay,
listener.
because I gave Eternal Cocoon some information, so she used it to blackmail him, I guess. Soon, the tree of knowing will be here. You'll experience wisdom, be closer to happiness. Open your eyes and hearts. Are you ready? Feel warmth and peace, fill your soul. Reject cynicism. See the wonder of knowledge. Even from afar, the tree inspires and gives knowledge. The few mentally prepared can reach even deeper. Today, one person will follow in my footsteps and enter the tree to find enlightenment. Even though this recruit is new, he has shown exceptional commitment to the clan and earned the master's support. Adventure Argonaut! Woo! You will now have the honor to enter the Tree of Knowing. Walk boldly to enlightenment and take my blessing. Only $5.
Whoa.
Whoa. Knight's Code. Welcome, fan of Paradise Beach and other games from Blue Whales Interactive. Admit it, you've had a crush on many of our MPEGs, and now you can bring them to life. Yes, BWI has developed a human creation technology. I think I read this before. I thought it's gonna be like some unique lore about Knight's Code, but no, it's just the usual ad. Mm. Okay, let's save. Okay, I guess we have to run like this for 2 hours until we find something randomly. I'm pretty sure that's what will happen. Oh, there was something there. Still no data for this thing. What? No, okay, it's just the puddle from when I click. Okay, there's somebody here. 314, he smiled warmly. We're finally here, we're supposed to be. We're finally where we're supposed to be. I knew you'd make it. And you made it here alone. We don't have much time, but you know I'm damn grateful. Are you the famous demiurge of the Tree of Knowing, whose advice the Hon clan relies upon? Yes, they call me the demiurge. And I don't correct them, although I neither create worlds nor am I a deity. Also, I don't send messages from the tree, quote unquote, as some say. I speak directly to their minds, but they're right to link me to the tree. You have no idea how frustrating it is when the only thing you can do is influence someone's mind from the inside, as it were. You control the tree of knowing and everything that happens inside it, right? Okay, I guess I can't do anything except this. You control the tree of knowing and encourage people to enter, and no one ever leaves. I came to set them free. It's too late for that. And what about the characters I see behind you? Release them. I don't know if I can explain it well. I want to protect people from a fate much worse than entering the tree of knowing. Once again, fucked up quotation marks. But I couldn't, and now I definitely can't do it on my own. That's why I kept summoning you here. Entering the Tree of Knowing taught me how the world works, but I won't reveal the how, quote unquote, to you yet. I have to be sure of your intentions. I shed my body in the process of escaping annihilation. I've hidden pieces of myself in other minds. I scattered my psyche into a sort of cloud, quote unquote. Ooh, cloud computing is the future of computing. Currently, I don't have a physical brain or random in which to reassemble myself. I have no body and no way of interacting with reality. See, I'm a goddamn collective illusion. Part of me is actually in your head. There's no me outside. You only see me as a hallucination. You do. You have a brain. I can give you all my knowledge if you help me. Together, we'll do much more. Let me upload to your brain. Uh, you killed Ken Joe, didn't you? I tried to keep him away from the tree, but he was seriously intuitive. It was the local AI that killed him. Ken, ha- Ken came here because of his instinct to seek the truth. He knew he was in the wrong place. It was you who should have come instead. He was ruthlessly deleted like an element in a faulty equation. He died because his sense of direction was better than yours. You shouldn't have allowed him to work on his own. I'm offering you something no one else has. The knowledge that will make us divine compared to mere humans. I I really could do it at any time by force, but I want you to consent. You see, help me and help yourself. So he wants to mind rape me. Uh, uh, what, what's the difference? Let him merge with you, agree to the merging. A psyche without a brain? A human without a body? Forgive me, but it sounds like science fiction. Well, newsflash, buddy, you're in a science fiction game. If parts of our psyche are scattered across different brains, then where does that put you? I don't know. I suspect no one knows how it's possible. The hope is they think me valuable enough to not immediately dispose of. And you managed these extraordinary accomplishments thanks to some tree in some game. This is not some tree, quote unquote, and this game is not much different than anything else you've seen so far. That is all I can say. I'm offering you something no one else has, the knowledge that will make us divine compared to mere humans. I really could do it at any time. I want you to consent, blah blah blah. You mentioned the corporation and the AI. I can't tell you everything before I'm certain I can trust you. They can neither see nor hear me, but when you see me, they begin to notice me as well. When they're keeping close tabs on you, that is. I've seen how much attention you've been drawing from the AI for weeks now. You met it as Chester. Ah, so it's AI, okay. It was watching you the entire time at the stronghold, posing as the master of laughter. It witnessed each of your conversations with Lord. This means it'll find us soon. We must hurry. Tell me exact. Uh, Tell me exactly what it is you want to do and what consequences I can expect from it. The Tree of Knowing has a tool that will allow me to reassemble packets of myself, the ones I hid from the AI. I wish to store them in your brain and become whole again, to finally have a body, be able to touch and interact, be visible. When I'm done, I'll be able to transfer all knowledge, memories, and emotions to you. We'll get out of here together and deal with the AI. It sounds like you want to take control of me. There are dozens of eyes within each human. We'll just add one more. We'll have control over each other. Such is the cost of knowledge. I don't think each human is schizophrenic with dozens of eyes. Like, certainly, people have different personas, different aspects of them, often conflicting aspects, but not. Ah, I don't want to connect with this dude. And that is the way out. Refuse to merge. I don't care about your price. I'm not about to let you inside my brain. That's crazy. I will give you knowledge. You will remain yourself. You'll just receive new memories, thoughts, and conclusions. I won't be myself. How do you imagine it would work? Two personalities sharing a single brain. Trust me, goddammit. I can't tell you everything, not yet. I won't trust a person who's hurt other people. I only did what was necessary to save myself from the corporations and to save you. You entered the Tree of Knowing, and yet you live, thanks to me. I know this place. We can only leave this place together. Uh, Look for the exit. I looked around only to conclude that there was an endless void surrounding me. My tools weren't working. I didn't know how to get out of here. Mr. Chester. You see him, right? This 314. Can you talk to him? Upload his psyche from the clouds. So that's where he's been hiding from me. But now, through your eyes, I can finally see him. What an interesting hallucination. How did you find us? I set up barriers. Adventure Argonaut is wearing recruit's insignia. Each badge has a code I can track. Also, since I couldn't see you, I followed those who could. It took me a bit of time, but that's a resource of which I have plenty. Very well, now that I more or less know where we stand, I must start cleaning up. As usual. Having spent so much time watching them, you still don't understand what people are, do you? Is this why you're so cruel? And as for your allegation, my duty is to keep this world from coming apart. You, on the other hand, wish to risk everyone's lives to save your own. It's petty and very human of you. Uh, I don't really want to side with either of them. Millions of people suffer without even knowing that corporations are to blame. Anything I do will be better than what they have now. Those are big quantifiers. Drama, melodrama, and all of it from one human sitting in the brain cloud of a natter who won't say a word. Why, you little. Quiet. Human beings can't resist the urge to communicate, even in moments when there are more important things to do. Even in Virtualia, you remain slaves to your biology. I do not. That is why I effectively look after an entire small civilization. Gamedec, please find me. Diginet, Digimon. Conversation's over. You, Adventure Argonaut, you're harmless. You have some of his data stored in your head, but it hasn't been extracted. Don't kill without reason, and my other task is to observe and learn. So I will observe you. Go back to where you came from. I feel like a druid because I was so neutral in that situation. Because, yeah, I don't really trust either of them. Like, I don't think either of them is truly evil either, so I think this is like decent writing. Because it's like, yeah, it's. Well, in the sense that, yeah, it's. I don't know, there's like a lot I don't really understand about either of them. What? How? Why was I on the bed? Maybe I am still inside the Virtualia. I entered Knight's Code, got into the clan, and they let me inside the Tree of Knowing. Then it turned into a real wild ride. Jester is an artificial intelligence and 314 is a physical host, or something like that. But why was I here? It was also confusing. The games, the job, Realium, dreams. I really needed a break. My brain was refusing to work. Warsaw City, my polis. It was time to face reality.
Hi, I hear you're the one to talk to when it comes to crimes in the digital world. I have a friend I think has been kidnapped. We were in this old England virtualium, and he went into this arena, and he never came out. I've spoken to the organisers, and they said, as a prize, he got put on a ship that sailed out to a big tower in the middle of the ocean. Everyone I talk to doesn't really seem to care, so can you help me out here?
So I is that a ad or something? Because I don't react. I think I've gotten similar messages, if not the same message before. Talking to Bliss always cleared my mind. Activate the system. What had happened? Another failure? Thank you for purchasing a product manufactured by Blue Whales Interactive, the leader in the field of AI. BWI creation improved. You are activating Bliss for the first time to start configure the software to your liking. Shit, shit, shit. Where was my Bliss? What had happened? Analyze the system files, memory, damage logs. Everything appeared to be correct, and it shouldn't have. God damn it. There was nothing in the system. Bliss had been reset. Had there been another system failure? Come on! You know that this means somebody's hacked into the apartment, or maybe I went back in time or something. Who knows? A holographic figure appeared in the air.
Hello, I'm Bliss. How can I serve you?
I couldn't take it. Holographic figure appeared in the air. Blah blah blah.
I'm Bliss.
Okay.
How can I serve you?
How about the computer? The computer recognized me. A familiar desktop appeared on the screen. Nothing to do there. Games. Into the dungeon lead. Into the dungeon lead. What was this game doing in there? I never played it from my own couch. Where was Void Stars? Where was my fleet? What the? It was a complete disaster. My Void Stars account was gone. My ships, my games. Had somebody broken in? No, it looked like the gear had been reformatted into the dungeon lead, though I wanted to die of embarrassment. Okay, so is that where we're supposed to go play next? Few emails from clients, it would be a good idea to reply, help the business. Senator Stone was grateful that I have figured out what his daughter was doing in Ghoul Hearts. I paused. He was thanking me again. I needed to reply. I kept brief and professional there. So yeah, maybe we did go back in time, or like you're back in time in our own memory. Maybe we're dead, and this is, I don't know, a psycho scan. Who knows what the fuck is going on? I got through the other emails quickly. I had a strange feeling I had replied to them before. Okay, this is very Monty Python. Strange feeling of deja vu. A job, and it was urgent. I have a discreet and urgent matter for you. I'll pay good money. Please get back to me ASAP. Geoffrey Haggis. I was excited to send him. Good work pays off. Good morning, sir. Oh, you're there. Please come see me. Blue Whales Interactive Tower, level 255, South Entrance. I'll tell you everything when you're here. What is it this time? What do you mean this time? Is this some kind of Gamedec slang? Is this about down payment? I'm talking about our previous interaction and what the hell are you talking about? Listen, do you want this job or not? Yes, but I'll tell you everything when you're here. Don't keep me waiting. He disconnected. So yeah, I guess we are back in time, either actually back in time or in stuck in a memory loop or whatever. Yeah, deja vu. Deja vu. How about we didn't get to finish the deduction process with the tree stuff? Okay, news, I guess, is gonna repeat as well.
Breaking news.
Gina Gordy at June 17th. I think that's where we were. Kenjo is brilliant form. Black Angels won yesterday's game with 4 touchdowns. Ken managed to score 3 of those, fighting the Snow Swords with an 18 on the Hammerfield scale and surviving it for a staggering 33 seconds. Man is on fire. Solid doors protected me and my apartment. Not gonna go see Haggis just yet. Let's check the couch. Virtual couch, faithful waiting like an old friend. Check log. My last session took July 17, 21.99, 3:30 p.m. What? What was going on? The couch had reverted to its default settings again and couldn't even display the proper date. That was a disturbing coincidence. Can I get some... How about the drone? Shouldn't there be a drone here then? The music sounds decent. Okay, I don't know. Now I play some music, but I don't want to play too much. Okay, I guess we have to go see Haggis. Let's save. My guess is that we are in Virtualia, like constructed from his mind or memories or something. Idris.
Kenjo, you can do it.
Hello, I'm here to see Mr. Haggis. I'm a Gamedec. The woman didn't pay me any attention. She wore glasses with dark lenses and she was watching something in them. Nameplate on the desk read Junior Customer Support Specialist Idris Ikari. Wasn't it a guy last time? The name seems familiar. Come on, kid. Good, you're almost there. I waved my hand. When she glanced over at me over her glasses, I smiled, showed her my Gamedec badge, and pointed at the locked door. She smiled back and nodded. I heard a gong. The door was unlocked. I gave her a thank you wink. There was some noise from behind the door. Raised voices from a man and a woman. They certainly didn't seem to like each other. I heard a crackling of broken glass. Can I play with the picture first? In the painting, director Geoffrey Haggis looked at the world broodingly and imperiously at the same time. I looked at the golden frame. There was no trace of the scratch I had left during my last visit. Right after I entered the tower, it turned out I wasn't listed in the security system. I had to go through the full registration process. According to BWI guards, it was the first time I visited this place. I had no idea why I had been there once before. The door slid
You're
open.
so pathetic, Jeffrey.
They didn't notice I came in, or they had more important things on their mind. Fuck, you're drunk and keep saying the same thing over and over. You're wasting my time. Fuck off. Fuck off! Hear me? Fuck off! The woman took a big swing and smashed a glass bottle on the floor. I covered my face. Sensory celebrity play a jingle. Whatever. I've hardly used this skill, so I have to use it. I dialed my Vocal speakers and put on my commercial. My name's Adventure Argonaut. People in trouble in sensory world don't sense the police. They call the V-runners, they call me. This is so lame. I wouldn't use this as a jingle. Haggis stopped short. I didn't know what he meant to do with his raised hand and looked at me, mouth agape. The woman reeled with laughter. That's so corny, straight out of 20th century crime story. Okay, my influencer. Ethanol causes the structure of your brain lose integrity, ma'am. Based on your behavior, I think it already has. Haggis shot a nasty grin. See, the man saw right through you. Now get out. She looked at me with a drunken huff. It's you that lost your integration.
This is so embarrassing.
His face relaxed. The anger in his face turned to sorrow. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry. Everyone gets the King Kong they deserve. You don't get it, it's a... Haggis looked old and disinterested in my explanation. Let's go to business. He gathered his thoughts for a moment. I want you to find my dear Eleanor. Look at the door meaningfully. I pointed at the door Eleanor had left through and looked at him. I raised an eyebrow. No, I don't mean that, drunken. He cleared his throat and rubbed his face. Maybe it's his AI, Eleanor. A diginet went missing. She was created using a brain scan from my wife, Eleanor, the one from way back. I remember the meeting in the Tree of Knowing, and I shuddered. The diginet? She wanted me to find her. Find her, Gamedec. If you do, you'll never have to worry about money again. I've saved your son. I'll succeed here too. The man looked at me anxiously. Get real, pal. You're mistaking me for someone else. Never mind, listen up. Eleanor, my diginet, I mean. She never left her Virtualium. That game, quote-unquote, was her home, a luxurious home. I spoke to her yesterday. Today she's gone without a trace. I need to know where she is. What happened to her? Check for yourself. You can hook up to my computer, but it will be monitoring you. I can't give you access to everything. Is that clear? Restricted access? What are you trying to hide? It could be important. The man pointed at the golden plate on his desk that read, Geoffrey Haggis, Programming Director. Business secrets. Now, get to work. Shattered glass. Shards of glass. The Haggises could afford glass dishes. Why wouldn't they break expensive containers with that money? Smelled like berries and chewing gum. Yeah, it was here last time. I saw part of the label Blue Mistress. It was embossed with gold on real paper, in italics, from the natural hillsides of Belize. I took a hollow photo and posted it online. Vintage was 2154. The bottle I had found here previously was from artificial vineyards. The one that had been smashed here must have cost a fortune, literally. Hardly anything had changed since my last visit. I had definitely been in this office before. I wonder if it's like now is reality. Like, this is what is really happening, and all the stuff that happened before was like, some Virtualia game used to, I don't know, get into our psyche or something. The animal looked like it was alive, as if it were freeze framed. I remember splitting the blocks. It was as if I tore reality apart. There was some dirty truth in it. Another thing I remembered well from my previous visits. A piece of the floor stood out from the rest. Yes, Director Haggis' safe was hidden in there. Last time I examined this office quite thoroughly. It wasn't a dream, it wasn't an illusion. I had been here. Okay, to get this, I need some green, or some yellow and red, or green. I guess I should focus on being a nice guy and get some green. A harp, for ages the instrument has attracted both artists and common mortals. Inspect the harp. Sorry. Made of authentic exotic wood, richly encrusted with ivory. The pedals were probably gold-plated, expensive stuff. Okay, I cannot go here. There was some noise from behind the door. Hey, where are you going? Any conclusions? I met your assistant in the hall. I'd like to interrogate her and... That dimwit doesn't know a thing. This matter cannot leave this room. Understood? No, get back to work. Okay, let's go into the computer. I hooked up to Haggis's computer. I saw Haggis's message before my eyes. Remember, I'm monitoring everything you do. Don't do anything stupid. What's with the slash here? Check for the safeguards. I ran a few security analysis programs. Alert systems activated immediately, flashing the BWI logo. I ignored them and got a fuller understanding of the security system. I had never seen anything so complex and functional. Haggis realized I wanted to take a look at his safeguards and allowed me to do. I'm not gonna hack in yet, at least. Who had authorization to access BWI secrets? Geoffrey authorized my request to display the list. The screen showed 2 users, Geoffrey Haggis and COO John Naba. That was all Director Haggis allowed me to see. Could there be anyone else? I ran a few programs from my deck. As soon as they started scanning recent activity, I received notification saying I had no access. There was nothing I could do. Haggis was monitoring and restricting me as he pleased. Still, I received a huge list of external connections. Trace back recent connections. I analyzed external connections from the last 24 hours. I didn't notice anything special. That didn't mean there had been no break-in. But that didn't mean there had been no break-in. Security systems design surpassed everything I had seen so far. BWI spared no expenses on safety. The DigiNet had a very restricted external access. Her activity was limited to local data, mainly entertainment. Hollow movies, music, simple adventure games. Adventure games. Me like it. After a while, I gained access to her logs. The most recent ones were suspiciously short. Her most recent activity was recorded just before midnight. There had been no entry since then, as if she had suddenly vanished. Without rushing, I analyzed log structure. There couldn't have been manipulation, no one had messed with it. I checked the connections, computer controlled couches in the gaming room, but there was something else that ate up a lot of resources. There was a private Virtualium server, Eleanor's Sanctuary. Haggis had his own sensory world. I launched scanning apps. Virtualium space wasn't big, just a few rooms, apartment of sorts. After a while, I got the results. Empty. Nobody was home. If she was in there, she had to be intentionally well hidden. I disconnected from the computer. Haggis was looking at stock ratings. He wasn't paying any attention to me. Director Haggis, do you have anything? Why don't you tell me something about your wife? There's nothing to talk about. She's a fucking alcoholic. My influencer. Why doesn't she quit drinking? There are so many therapy centers that could reprogram her mind. I'm sure you could afford it. Apparently, she enjoys it. She doesn't want to break her addiction. I can't force her. Besides, that's not why you're here. Get back to work. When I came in, you were arguing with your wife. What was it about? How do I? She knows about the other one, about the Diginet. Strange as it might sound, she's jealous of herself. The organic Eleanor was in fact jealous of her better version, not herself. That was assuming, of course, Haggis was telling the truth. Tell me more about this Diginet. Did you know that Blue Whale Interactive is the only company in the world that can create human psyches? Diginets are the result of this procedure. There are psyches that habit artificial brains known as rendons. Eleanor was responsible for operating my computer. She monitored the couches and took care of administrative issues. Sometimes we talked. Uh, Interesting. Did you ask her if she wants that role? Did she sign an employment contract? Do you visit other Virtualia together, or don't you think you're asking too many questions at once? There's a name for that, and this isn't the most elegant strategy. Eleanor, she never leaves her sanctuary. About the sanctuary, what is it exactly? How would you design a place for somebody you care about? Can you imagine being in such a situation? I made a place for her, an apartment with beautiful view of the city. I also taught her how to modify it to her liking, to make her happy. Tell me more about this Virtualium. It's a real piece of art, believe me. You'd wish you could live there. Damn, I would live there myself if only I had the time. It was designed by BWI experts. Naturally, they had no idea what it would be used for. They thought it was ordered by a third party. Who has access to the sanctuary? No one but me. For the sake of investigation, please allow me to assume that someone else might have been there too. It will help me keep an open mind. As security against hackers is concerned, as far as security against hackers is concerned, I want to make sure that you cannot access the sanctuary from the outside. My computer is the only way in, and I assure you, this machine is very well protected. Besides, why would anyone want to get inside? It's just a small virtualium, nothing more. Are you joking, sir? What if someone finds out you have something or someone you care about in there? And if that person happens to be your enemy, they'll surely do everything in their power to use it against you. If there's anything well protected in this company or this world, it's the computers of people like me. An external attack is not possible. I guess, sure, maybe an external attack is not possible, but an internal attack might be. You're right about this. No offense, but corporations do rule the world, and people like you are basically modern day ministers. And I have so much blue suddenly. I need more green and red and. Haggis rubbed his eyebrows. Right. I should tell you of one more person that knows about the sanctuary. He has to know. He's the CEO of BWI. Mr. CEO himself? I suppose he does have to know everything. What kind of man is he? A man of impeccable reputation, genius and visionary. He's the reason BWI has become the leader in the artificial intelligence industry. He's the reason we have the Pygmalion and many other things. Dr. John Naiba is a man words can't describe. Nice spam in my Twitch chat. You wouldn't understand if you'd understand if you met him.
Well, what do you have?
Enough of these games. Do you have a hypothesis or not? Yeah. I probably never left the Tree of Knowing. That's my guess. Well, we saw her inside the Tree of Knowing, so she was probably taken there. Maybe she's still in the Virtualium. Yeah, let's try this one. Maybe she's still in her Virtualium. I don't know why she wouldn't answer. Meaning what? She's hiding from me? Not necessarily. Maybe it's a technical issue. That makes sense. We need to check that. Enter her sanctuary and look for I don't know what. That's your business. You like it there. It's a lovely apartment. He opened the window only he could see. I given you access. There. You can use a couch in the gaming room. Go on, get to work. Is there anything else I can check here? I can run through the table in the chair. I could. Okay, I sort of glitched through it. I'm happy now. An 11-bit couch is in full working order, the latest model. I didn't need a suit. I wasn't planning on a long session. but something kept bugging me. Okay, yeah, I have to decide I'm inside the tree. I still had to be in the tree of knowing. It was the only logical explanation. I inhaled deeply, exhaled if repeated the sequence, and managed to calm myself down a little. I suddenly felt my couch heating up rapidly. Oh, something's wrong. I died? Okay, that's random. Axis Mundi. The pain was suddenly gone. I didn't feel anything. I was numb, blind, and deaf. I was just a thought. My digital body sort of disappeared. Move my hand. I tried to clench my fingers. There was no reaction. I couldn't feel my hand. It was as if I didn't have one at all. I couldn't tell where I was. I tried to raise my arm, hit something. I wouldn't register that it had moved or had been blocked. I tried to open my eyes, but nothing happened. I still saw darkness. That is, if my vision was working at all. The virtualium I was in could have been deprived of a source of light. Still, I couldn't even feel my eyelids move. I wondered why I had stopped feeling anything at all. In states of sensory deprivation, my brain was supposed to generate hallucinations. It seemed that most probable explanation was missing avatar. Everything pointed to there being no avatar for me in this world. Usually when you enter the game, you chose a skin to put on. If that menu was absent, you used your official skin. It happened automatically, but this world was different. It was private. Was it possible that Haggis had overlooked this tiny thing, quote unquote, and hadn't activated the avatar choice module for me? I couldn't open any menus and didn't have a body. My abilities were limited to contemplating my own state. Okay, I just came up with another theory that we are still inside, like, the thing. When we first came to Haggis's office, that really happened, but we never logged out from from the couch. So everything that happened since has been illusion. So yeah, maybe everything that has happened since then has been like a virtualia trip or something. That might make sense. So maybe Haggis is the bad guy all along, and he wants to, I don't know, find out something from our mind. So, anyways, I couldn't open any menus and didn't have a body. My abilities were limited to contemplating my own state. Something changed. I was shocked by the beating of my own heart. I heard a rumble of pumping blood and snapping valves. I blinked, my eyelids fluttering like sails. I was somewhere. I definitely wasn't in Eleanor's sanctuary. I guess save. Okay. Um. Okay, what's there to see? Pedestal. Something started emerging from what looked like a puddle. They were hands made of stone. A spherical metal object rested in them. Okay, yeah, I have to, like, activate interaction mode somehow, I guess. The sphere looked like some sort of metal device, wasn't fixed to the stone hands. I instinctively opened a deck of code analyzing programs, but the list was empty. I didn't have access to them. These arms belonged to a woman. Her fingers were slender and tipped with long nails. I noticed tiny veins on the back of her hands. Infotainer, there must have been more. I mean, imagine the rest of the statue submerged in liquid. My touch activated the sphere and it flew up on its own. Its emitter switched on and displayed a silhouette resembling Eleanor.
Welcome to Access Mundi.
Welcome to Axis Mundi, Adventure Argonaut. She sounded like a speaker from an ancient instructional video. I'm Eleanor Ghost. I'll help you understand this place and how to find me. How do you know? She looked at me apologetically. I'm sorry, I need to finish. You're in Axis Mundi, a place governed by special rules. Your programs won't work here, and you can't log out using conventional methods. The sphere in front of you is called Codebreaker. I created this program. It will open the paths of the Axis Mundi labyrinth to you. I mean, for you. I need your permission in order to assign a program to you. Just say the word activation. I wanted to use one of my analytic programs, but there was nothing in my deck. Something here was blocking it. Assigning an unknown program to myself didn't seem like a good idea, but I didn't have much choice. Yeah, let's see if I can do something else. Is there anything else I can activate? Yeah, I guess I just have to do it. There is no option. So it's gonna have some Trojan or something. Activation. Activation complete. The codebreaker has several operating modes, programs that you should adjust to yourself. It was made that way so I could be traced by a human. Maybe I should talk more like a computer. It would be fun. You unlock each mode by acquiring an associated aspect. Aspects are one of the Virtualium's mechanics. Breathe deep, exhale with your mouth. Repeat, breathe out faster, spontaneously. Close your eyes, and what makes you calm? Think of it. I tried to find peace among the cacophony of thoughts by taking some deep digital breaths and focusing on my body weight. Yes, I got some green. I didn't even think about what I might be getting out of it, but I think green is the best for me right now. Well, red is also fine. But yeah, I need to go forward. I basically, well, I don't think I will be getting re-educator, but either green. I really need green and a little bit of red. I felt a hint of blissful relaxation and a fleeting sense of happiness pass through my mind. It quickly vanished, but it did calm me down. The V ghost flickered and vanished. The sphere ascended and stopped above my shoulder. The codebreaker's light turned green and it cast a beam that generated a hollow projection. I see that it worked! Welcome back! Her face lit up with a smile. She moved naturally and freely. Her movements weren't mechanical anymore and her eyes looked more conscious, more human, quote unquote. I hoped she would answer my questions. Now the codebreaker will follow you wherever you go. You can also engage in a slightly limited conversation with me. Great. I'd love to speak with you. Yes, just remember that my utterances are limited for now. It has been designed that way on purpose. You'll get a fuller picture once you unlock Codebreaker's remaining modes. Does the Codebreaker have a camera? Everything in my deck is dead. If I survive, I'd like to share this wild ride on my social media. With the required degree of discreetness, obviously. It has such a function in analysis mode. Yes, it also provides you with a detailed, authentic information about observed objects. There's also influence mode, which can open many hidden doors for you. I suggest you unlock it next. Shall I tell you more about it? How do I unlock the influence mode? Explain it to me. Leave this place and enter the labyrinth of Axis Mundi. It is a complex structure, but the codebreaker will help you navigate it. Once you're in the labyrinth, approach the green monolith and touch it. You'll establish a link. You'll see it in the codebreaker's light. Do this 3 times and path to your goal will become clear. So I have to find the green monolith 3 times. How do I encode the paths in the labyrinth? There are monoliths in the chambers used for programming paths. The code can come from in 3 colors. Each code leads to a specific location. Remember that colors can appear multiple times in the code. It sounds complicated, but it's simpler than it seems. Your game deck you should manage. Where should I go now? Enter the labyrinth and touch 3 monoliths. Follow the green path. It will take you to the mystery tree. There you will obtain the yellow aspect and maybe learn about the rules governing this world. I hope it'll help you find me. I guess I can try to ask about some other stuff first. I took the contract to find the DGNet. I have a few questions about that. Yes, that's crucial. Who is she really? I don't know much about her. She's Director Haggis's perfect partner. All his dreams made manifest. No flaws, no anger, no pretense or expectations. All smiles and love. I conditioned to love Teddy, to meet his expectations, to wait for him. I didn't expect the sanctuary. Hmm. So this is the AI GF that, will steal all the men from the real women's or something. I was placed here against my will. I discovered something horrible. I had to hide. I hope you find me. What is Eleanor's goal? What is she after? She doesn't want to be here. Can't you see where we are? It's inhuman, a strange place. I want someone to find her and to help her. It's not death. Where is she, Eleanor? I'm not sure where I am now. I set out for the place discovered by our mutual friend. Can he call it the Fringe? It's a place between the borders of two sensory worlds. There's a crack there that allows you to jump from this world to another. It's the only way for you as well. Okay. She doesn't want to be here. It's not there. Okay, change the subject. Codebreaker. Codebreaker is the key. Why did you call this device the key? Key to what? The key to everything. She's the key to everything. To a pair of doors. First, it's a safeguard. Only a human can use the codebreaker and understand its mechanics. It ensures that I won't be found by Jester. Second, the world around us is largely based on this program's mechanics. With it, you'll be able to move around this place without getting lost. How's the codebreaker tied to the mechanics of this world? The reality around is used to examine people's behaviors. It has well developed typology based mechanics. Many links that exist here operate on major behavioral strategies: confrontational, empathetic, inspirational, and analytical. It's astonishing, but you can move around here by launching, as if within yourself, different combinations of these strategies. Okay, I guess. Just talk later. I guess you know everything now. Good luck. Okay, so this is the camera, I guess. Uh, uh, My surroundings resemble the inside the tree of knowing. Codebreaker and labyrinth. Codebreaker is the key that opens paths of the Axis Mundi labyrinth. Mechanics are. The labyrinth has a mechanic based on the so-called aspects. I don't really know yet, and this other thing we don't know either. Okay, let's save again. Okay, this is where we can go. It disappeared. Everything's gone. Coding pass. Labyrinth. Come on, spelling. Come on. It's full of interesting places. You can find labyrinth. Sounds like some labia stuff. I don't know. You can find this place if you know its code. A code is a combination of three colors. You can set a color by clicking pylons Build more pylons. Available on each platform. I've actually never played any StarCraft, except the board game. I played StarCraft board game, but I have not played StarCraft 1 or 2. Not even when I went to South Korea. If you die or load a saved game, you'll begin the game on the starting platform of Axis Mundi, but your progress will be kept. Is it like if I, use the actual game saves function? Okay, so this is a green obelisk. Huh? I touched it 3 times. Reset? Oh, okay. So I can't go here. And this is just for resetting, I guess. Ooh. The tree. 1, 2, 3. Hee hee hee. Codebreaker hummed next to my head. I activated interaction mode and summoned the Diginet's V-Ghost. Mystery Tree, I brought you here so you could unlock a new Codebreaker mode. It might also help you better understand reality. What did you mean when you said it could help me understand reality? You might experience cognitive shock. Your convictions about what's real and what isn't may drastically change. Look at the tree and tell me what you see. I suspect it's a learning tree. That's a very good name. Better than mystery tree. Though both terms are just romanticized names for data access point. Like, I had the instinct to call it like, some fragment of data or whatever, but it might give me blue points. I don't want any blue points anymore, game. Now I want green and red. So this is like sincerity, impatience, selfishness. So it's like aggressiveness basically. And this is like being pacifist and nice and empathetic, trusting. You can connect your codebreaker to this point to gain access to the database. All you need is an interface. Can you tell me how to connect to this database? Take a piece of the tree. A twig or a leaf will do. It will serve as an aspect stimulus that will unlock influence mode. This will allow you to influence the tree and create a physical interface for the codebreaker. I looked at the tree and noticed a single fruit among the metallically shimmering leaves. It looked like an apple. Seems like a reference to something, but I'm not quite sure what. What is that, an apple? I know nothing about mystery tree fruit. Looks like bait. A sweet promise, could be trap or some sort of defense system. Yeah, maybe eating the fruit of the tree is not the best idea. Maybe a leaf. I plucked the nearest leaf. It rustled and writhed, though it howled like wind through a forest. After a moment, it dissolved in my hand. It's yellow. Well, I guess yellow isn't too bad. Why it's not green or red? Maybe I should have picked a tree that, I mean the fruit, it would have been red probably. I felt a tingling sensation in my fingers and my arm stiffened. It wasn't a pleasant feeling. You see, it worked. Codebreaker has received the required aspect stimulus. Influence mode has been unlocked. Switch the Codebreaker's mode and try it out. Then we'll discuss how you can find me, Eleanor. That's what you're here for. Remember. As soon as I formulated the thought, Codebreaker switched to influence mode. The V-ghost disappeared and the Codebreaker changed color. The way it moved also changed. I issued a mental command. The orb sent a wave that created a hollow in the tree. I guessed it was the Codebreaker's physical interface. It looked like the tree had given me access to its secrets. What was inside and what would be processing this data entail on a technical level. Psychoscan. I focused and the Codebreaker switched to interaction mode, summoning the Diginet's V-Ghost. You called. I intend to retrieve data from the tree. How does it work? Am I going to read it? Will there be video files? Anything I should be aware of? The transfer will proceed directly to your head. A bit like OB coins, but much faster. It can be dangerous. Besides, the stuff you learn may change how you see the world. It may change your life. Be aware of that. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. You mentioned the Codebreaker has 2 more modes. How do I unlock them? Domination mode allows you to make use of these programs' combat capabilities. Activating it requires a stimulus from the red aspect. Analysis mode will give you detailed information about all the elements of this space. It requires the blue aspect. As you follow my trail, meaning Eleanor's trail, you should obtain the aspects needed to unlock these modes. You said that the normal ways of logging out don't work here, then how do I get out of this labyrinth and how do I find Eleanor? Follow my trail. I also wish to leave Axis Mundi. I believe freedom awaits me outside. To reach the fringe, you must first brave the expanse, a seemingly endless road. Don't worry, I imported a vehicle from another game there. Go to the expanse and look for the next clue. You mentioned that you've gone to the expanse. How do I get there? You can encode the path by touching monoliths in the chambers. You'll need a specific color sequence for that. This verse holds the color sequence. Remember, it's something worth listening to your gut so you don't lose energy wandering around. Okay, so listen, gut, energy. Is it like listen might be blue, gut is yellow, and energy is red, right? So blue, yellow, red. Maybe it's this. Blue, yellow, red. I think that's it. If you follow these words, you'll reach the expanse. I trust you to solve this riddle. Okay. See you later, Gamedec. tree smelled like a storm. Each branch radiated with electricity. When I approached the tree, its leaves rustled as if I could feel it could feel my presence. Yeah, I wish I could get one of these. I can't inspect the tree. The plant wasn't even pretending to be organic. It was digital, tree-like structure that easily fits the dry, inhuman landscape. When I look at its crown and the hypnotically rustling leaves, I notice strange, continuously changing kaleidoscopic pattern. Okay, I guess I have to download data. Codebreaker established connection with the tree. I gained access to the information stored within. My head was bombarded with information. It came relentlessly fast, like stones being thrown at my brain. Access tree repository, access Monday, error, no limit value set on the transfer. Data is highly confidential. Methods of scanning psyches, operations on quantum databases, recreating psyches. Data .id 12902 probabilistic system pro macho .s codename Athena application simulations confidentiality level 7 I fished out the keyword simulation. What was being simulated? Blue Whales Interactive, non-public projects, modular management. It was Blue Whales Interactive. What were they doing? The amount of data was staggering, but if I stopped the transfer, I would never be able to access it again. Okay, yeah, more. I decided to keep downloading. It all happened in cycles in restricted geographical areas, but what made it so important? What did this have to do with? New information was forcing its way into my brain. Don't stop. I needed more data. What were they up to? Were they performing illegal psyche scans and using golden throne helmets for it? Were they using those diginets? I wasn't feeling so good. I was having trouble catching my breath, whatever that meant in this world. Yeah, sure. I wanted the rain of fire. I could take it. So there was a warehouse somewhere full of rendans and psyches that resided in some kind of simulation. I wasn't feeling so good. I was having trouble catching my breath, whatever that meant. One more time. I just needed just a little bit more. Uniform language was used for the entire simulation. I started seeing black spots. Block. My head was about to explode. Enough, enough. It worked. My head was spinning like crazy. I wanted to vomit. This could have killed me, and not just in this world. Okay. Um, uh, so does the simulation? What does the simulation control? So, blue whales simulating cycles. There are cycles in the simulation that have lasted anywhere from a few weeks to a few months. These cycles end with resets. Maybe reality is, like maybe Realium is just another simulation. It will be sort of banal, but appropriate for the game. So, can I go back here? I can, okay. Ah, now there's... So it was blue, yellow, red, right? But there's no red. I have to activate this somehow. Then maybe it's... Well, let's try some different combinations. Okay, can't go there. Ah, this is the car. The long straight road led past the horizon. I couldn't see where it ended. It vanished into the airy landscape. The road here was divided by a wide crevice. I reached the place you mentioned, but I can't go any further. This obstacle could be a problem. I'm surprised I didn't know about it. Eleanor wanted you to collect an item here that would help you unlock domination mode in the codebreaker. Maybe it's somewhere nearby. So, what's this? Okay, is this the object? Clues. Black footprints led from the car to the abyss. They ended there. The chasm. The road was cut across by a wide crevice. I couldn't see the bottom. From my experience, it just wasn't there. Okay, what else? Well, is there anything in a car? The vehicle had been imported from a game, I guess from Twisted and Perverted. Look under the car. There were a few black puddles. They looked like they were alive. I reached out with my hand. The stains behaved like ferrofluid. Spiky nodules extended towards my fingers. It was a typical graphic representation of a breached firewall. Naturally, no barrier was here, because it didn't really look like that. Yeah, I'm just thinking that I guess that would make sense because that, Realium is just another sensory world, basically. Because, people say that the tree can affect reality and stuff. So, yeah, of course, if it's just a program and reality is a program and stuff, so maybe, maybe it's like the Matrix or something, and humanity is basically dead, and maybe there are no humans, there's just some computer simulating the existence of humanity or something. So it was a typical graphic representation of a breached firewall. Naturally, no barrier was here because it didn't really look like that. Sometimes game engines toggled an option which showed if someone was messing with the safeguards. It showed up as these stains, quote unquote. Everything suggested that someone had breached a firewall protecting this car. I reached for the handle, but immediately gave up. The windows, doors, flaps, and tiles all made of uniform objects with no moving parts. Can I gain? From what I managed to observe, the codebreaker modified a few parameters of the car's code. I think I deleted the parameter that detected collision with moving objects. My hand could now penetrate the car's interior. There was a sheet of real paper. I took it out and uncrumbled it. Paper used to be so pliable. Someone had written something on it. Want to find a gallery? Looking for inspiration? Your impatience and optimism will help you find it. Inspirations, impatience, optimism. Okay, I guess I should. I'm gonna forget it if I don't write it down, so. Inspiration. Inspiration is this yellow. Then is impatience. That's of course red. And optimism, I guess that's green. Ah, no, it's yellow again. Okay. So it's yellow, red, yellow. Um, Start the car. I turned the key in the ignition. The combustion engine creaked and let out a few jolts, but didn't start. I only managed to turn on the headlights. They gave off a faint light. Aha! Something flashed at the edge of the chasm. The small light started blinking on the passenger side, revealing the glove box. I hadn't noticed it before. Search it. What do we have here? Rings, wigs, leather gloves, lipstick, hand mirror. A pistol. Heavy, made of metal. Real, whatever that means here. Look at the gun. It was a Fenris Mark II, a decent piece from TMP. I reached for the grip when something dawned on me. Laying there with all that junk, the gun should have had scratches on its breech block, grazes or prints, considering somebody put it there. The hand cannon looked to be in mint condition. I got the impression it was floating, not touching anything. Was it a trick? Okay, I'll take it. I reached for the pistol. As soon as I touched its grip, a sharp pain shot through my hand and wrist. That piece was a trap program. Come on, why would they do something like that? But hey, I got red. Yeah. But yeah, I still need mostly green. But hey, that's good to get some red. I earned the red aspect, and that was probably what this was all about. But my avatar started falling apart. I summoned the codebreaker with my mind and something happened, as if it were absorbing the aspect I had earned. Was I becoming delirious? The unpleasant sensation subsided. I examined the codebreaker. It emitted a red light, acting like it was searching for a target to destroy. Let's try a trial shot. The bullet shot out of as a single beam, but it quickly dissipated. Short range. You can now code the paths using 3 colors. That opens up a lot new possibilities. Consider that. Analysis mode requires the blue aspect. It will give you detailed information about this world. Unfortunately, I do not know where it is. The path to the fringe begins with the color blue. Therefore, you need to obtain the blue aspect for Codebreaker. Unfortunately, I do not know the sequence that will take you there. Eleanor stored it in the memory of NPEX. You can try locating them or find a way through trial and error. Mhm. That's all. I'll see you. Chasm. Glitch. Car's headlights revealed something hanging over the abyss. Was it some glitch? Closer look. It looked like a flickering window. Through the window I could see scenes from different Virtualia. Pile of pumpkins in harvest time, a moonlit bridge in Night's Code, a guy in a kinky suit running in a place probably twisted and perverted. Using the codebreaker I could try to hold on to one of these scenes for longer, maybe it would interlock the local world. Okay, let's try Night's Code. Thankfully I didn't need to have the codebreaker's abilities, I just gave it orders. What exactly was it doing? I had no idea. It was a bridge, and it fit, and the glitch disappeared without a trace. Okay, that was easy. I wasn't thinking it's gonna be that easy. Or is it gonna disappear?
Surprise, surprise, Gamedec.
Chester! Why do I still find people so surprising? Your name is still Adventure Argonaut, but this time I'll feign being surprised. But your surprise is obviously real. Uh, sure, yes, I'm surprised by this meeting. I received a report from an intruder from the Axis Mundi system. What were you doing here? The wrinkles around the fool's eyes formed part of a nasty smile, but the look itself was glazed and dispassionate. How about you first explain what happened during our last meeting? Remember the Tree of Knowing? You shouldn't remember that event. It's an error. So, in the interest of our good friendship, can we agree that it never happened? This will make things much simpler. Okay, what if... Let's try if I agree. Fine, let's forget about it. Yeah, I think I should... okay, ally, distrust. I didn't even notice that. Okay, yeah, let's try to get his trust. Now, to get back to my question, what are you doing here? I'm looking for a certain Diginate. Her name's Eleanor. Eleanor. Eleanor? Eleanor. Wait, I got a flashback. Wasn't in one of my favorite stories from Glenn Cook, the Garrett P.I. fantasy detective novels. I think there's one woman called Eleanor, and then there's even a painting called Eleanor. I think that was her name. Anyways, her name's Eleanor. Do you know where I can find her? I do. Why are you looking for her? She asked me herself. The self-preserving instinct of the living, so primitive, given their short lives, humans should know they're not meant to last. Let's enliven the place. Is teamwork acceptable? I'll help you reach Eleanor and ask a favor in return. You know the reciprocity principle? Speak. We have a problem in Axis Mundi, a problem with doors, breaches and cracks leading to sensory worlds. I'm having trouble patching those. Can you handle this? You said you're having trouble with patching those breaches. Could you elaborate on that? It's a headache that comes back every now and then. With new safeguards, I'm not sure I'll be able to patch it in optimal time. And why do you think I'll be able to crack those safeguards? Because, for some reason, you seem to be able to deal with them. The black substance you went through has a similar code. Get to the point, what are you offering? I'll let you stay in this place even though you're not supposed to be here. Sounds like blackmail. I'm not a good negotiator. Tell me what you need and you'll get it. Ask for money? What? So these are aspects, right? So I could get some of this stuff. Well, I guess I still want I need information. Finish the job and I'll satisfy your curiosity. Fine, I'll do that for you. Great! Here's where the breaches are located. I'll come to you as soon as you close them. The Chester modified some code characters hovering around him. You face a long journey. This vehicle will make it as quick as a heartbeat. Good luck, Gamedec. The fool's disappearance must have impacted the stability of the summon bridge, the construction started shaking. I quickly ran across. Okay, let's save. Let's have a look at the car. The car was equipped with a combustion engine. It had been a while since I last heard one hum. It was running and ready to hit the road. Let's have a look here first before summoning the V-Ghost. I felt like this road went on forever. I couldn't see the end of the road. I issued a mental command summoning the Diginet's V-Ghost. You've met Jester. He's the one thing Eleanor wishes to avoid at all costs. Tell me, whose side are you on? Hers or these terrible Jesters? A game that collects data before passing judgment. I'd prefer not to take sides for now. I see. Your answer will become apparent through your actions. Codebreaker and I will continue to serve, regardless of your intentions. I went ahead. The road seemed to lead to infinity. I made my way across the expanse, but in front of me was just an entrance to a labyrinth. What was my destination? I made my way across the expanse, but now I'm standing before the entrance to another labyrinth. What's that about? The Axis Mundi labyrinth is multi-dimensional. You need to go through certain paths before you can access others. You can now code the paths using 3 colors. That opens up new possibilities. Consider that 3 colors. The tricolore. Vive la France. Analysis mode requires the blue aspect. It will give you detailed information about this world. Unfortunately, I do not know where it is. The path of the frames begins with the blue color blue. Therefore, you need to obtain the blue aspect for Codebreaker. Unfortunately, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. I know this already. I met Chester. Tell me more about him. He found you. That's not good. Jester is an AI created to control Virtualia, but is more than that. Every program has a function. What's Jester's? He has a human form. He is capable of interacting with humans and posing as one, meaning that one of his functions is human communication. Maybe to talk to people playing the games created by Axis Mundi, maybe to talk to its creators. Another function is to oversee consistency between Axis Mundi and the programs under his control. He acts as an overseer, making sure that everything goes according to the planned scenarios, and he takes out the trash. Are you sure Chester is an artificial intelligence? If he's human, then he's devoid of any human traits. I have more empathy in my code than he could ever have organically. I believe he's a program, and it seems to me that Eleanor saw him once for a fraction of a second in this place and in many places at once. Chester, what do you know about him? Inhuman, eccentric, dangerous. He wants to get rid of me. I don't know why. He's a psychopath. I'm afraid of him. What does that mean? That Chester takes out the trash, quote unquote. He deletes everything incompatible with a location or scenario. If he can delete something, he creates situations to cover it up. It's like a sci-fi crime story. Someone is killed supernaturally, quote unquote. So Chester conquered simulations where everything appears natural. Axis Mundi is in the world where he would have to work hard to come up with a scenario to get rid of me. I'm just a piece of trash, quote unquote. I think, yeah, I asked this other functions. I asked this too. I think he also animates various events on occasion, pulls the strings. Sometimes he even doesn't even bother concealing his weird avatar. I'm talking about sensory worlds. I think, I'm not sure, but it would be up on brand for him, the puppet master, if he had free will. That is, but he doesn't have free will. That then he would be human, and he is not human. Okay. Okay, that's all for now until we meet again. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, so I can go this way. I guess let's go this way then. Oops. Well, let's see if I... But, what is this place? I'm in Great Plain, please help me find Morty the robot. Ah! Uh, pedestal. Hands made of stone protruding from the puddle. Pull out the statue. At first I wanted to grab it by the arms and pull it up, but the codebreaker somehow read my mind and made the statue emerge on its own. The world its inhabitants had been giving me a hard time. I had seen the face of evil, and yet the statue filled me with comfort. Her look was full of love and hope, but for what? A better future, the kindness in people's hearts, compassion. Either way, I felt better. I think this, I don't know, for some reason, pulling the statue out and, and then he felt relief because of it. Reminds me of like the goddess Sophia, like from Gnostic myth. And of course, it reminds me of like the Virgin Mary or something from Catholics. The woman looked like a perfect imagining of Eleanor, the best possible version of person, the one we would see in inspired dreams. She held something important in her raised arms. Few statues hold pointless objects. After all, the pose emanated strength and sensitivity. Yeah, I don't have analysis mode and can't really... Yeah, I just need more green.
I'm listening, Gamedec.
Other topics can I ask about the... Yes, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can really ask about statue, but can I, like, the Chester wanted me to, fix the glitches, so I think it's this black stuff. Or do I need to have the analysis mode to do something about it? Okay, I have to to do something with these. What's this place? Oh no! How about just all red? Ah.
We meet again.
Welcome to my domain, Gamedec. Not gonna attack him, I want him to be my friend. Alright. Ask about simulation. What is the simulation? It is that which was created in Axis Mundi. It mimics reality in many ways. So, what part does Blue Vase Interactive play in all this? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for you for now. Remind me, what is it you expect from me? You have a problem in Axis Mundi. I have a problem with doors, breaches, cracks, and leading to sensory worlds. I'm trouble having patching those. In any case, you can't seem to find these spots. Here's where they're located. Okay, thanks. He actually is giving me some useful information. So yellow, green, yellow, red, green, red, red, yellow, red. Yellow. No way. Immediately wrong. Okay, where's the reset? Or do I have to choose? Okay, reset. So it's yellow, green, yellow. Find harvest time rift. I was looking at the window, more like a bridge in space, though through it I could see a section of harvest time. The surface of the bridge vibrated. I heard a conversation between two people. Fucking hell, is this some kind of hole? Yep, a hole in the game. They went through it and it vanished. I wonder, maybe they're still there on the other side, waiting. Lol, did you try going through it? Can't be done. The herd's gone and that's it. I took a deep breath and moved as loud as I could. Yo, did you hear that? Sounded like a cow. Stop teasing me, will you? I keep hearing them everywhere, even when I sleep. I was sure I had moving from this bridge. I put my arm through the bridge. I felt resistance and blunt pain in the wrist and elbow. My avatar started to break apart. Continue. Let's see if I can do it. Even though the pain was familiar, it didn't make it any more bearable. Something was blocking my breath. I was trying to get back,
Wake
but...
up, Gamedec. Wake up.
Welcome back among the living. Oh, a familiar place. Of course.
Let's talk.
Let's try to go back to the harvest time. Yellow, green, yellow. Oh. I'm gonna reload the game because I guess I should talk to them, and because they might know about the blue color. Why is it? It's very black. I think it was, more silvery before the statue. So it was yellow, green, yellow. Huh? Fun. Okay. Huh? It's this way now. So I've read this already. Contact farmers. Morning, my name's Strawberry Romeo and I'm an admin in Harvest Time. What can I help you with? Oh, did you hear that? Some distorted sound from the bridge. A voice? I didn't understand any of it. It's probably just an echo of our voice. Something is fucky in here and that's it. I put my ear close to the window and listened. But an entire herd? Yup, gone without a fucking trace. The entire fucking herd. Did you send a ticket to support? I know there are bots, but maybe they'll extend your sub. That'll make up for the bug. That'll be the fucking day I message and screens of the herd, the hole, the logs, everything. My cows are gone. Fuck, even the cool one. The one whose mouth texture was all fucked up? Fuck, she was cool alright, so unique. Pity. What now? You gonna stay in Harvest? Guild could help. You'll get it all back in a few months, just in time for the great milking. I don't know. I think my heart's not in it anymore. Yeah, I know the feeling, like you play some online game and then it glitches out and then, yeah. Get the fuck out! If it wasn't for you, the other guildies, this game. I don't know where I'd be. It's the only thing keeping me around. Everyone's fucking escaping shit. We come to Harvest Time to escape fucking Realium, and your cows escaped Harvest for a fucking better fucking world. Amen, brother. So okay, let's see what I can do with. Aha. Yeah, I can move the herd through the breach. Codebreaker made a booming sound and shot a yellow beam toward the herd. The owner of the herd was in for a pleasant surprise. Oh fuck, man, the little shits came back. See, told you. Is that all of them? Fuck yeah, it's all of them. Even the one with the glitched out mouth. I love him. I love this game, man. It's actually a fucking miracle. Brand of cows? Let's see. It was time for a barbecue. Good job, little machine. You should be cow break. I don't know. I had to do it just because I could. Codebreaker switched to influence mode and got to work on closing the breach. The breach in space left a scar shortly after. First breach closed. Okay. Red, green, red. That's another one. Save. guess this is twisted and perverted. The window looked similar to a previously encountered anomaly. This time I saw a section of a street in twisted and perverted. The surface of the breach was vibrating and crackling with electricity, which I heard over the roaring of a car engine behind it. Hey, gents! They stood there like nothing happened. Let's see if I can go through this breach. I guess no. Yeah.
Wake up, Gamedec. Wake.
Okay, but I get a clue when I do that, so I guess I should die once. You only die once. Well, I can die many times. So what's red, green, red. Sure, let's send. I gave an order to Codebreaker and modified it. It modified something. So send the car to the breach. Through the breach, I saw a car speed into some old Simons in the streets, tossing them like ragdolls. A fountain of blood blurred the image. That was interesting. The game's system credited kills to my account. The score counter for a triple stealth car kill. 9 million points, highest score ever. My viewers would have been thrilled to see it. It was a shame I couldn't record it. Who would have thought that I'd find some entertainment here? Life is full of surprises. Okay, close the breach. Codebreaker started working and the surface structure started to even out. The breach left a scar. The second breach closed. Okay. And the last one is... Well, maybe I'll go talk to the clown again, or the jester. Yeah, there's the clown, like the Cthulhu fanboy clown. I guess we are supposed to meet him at some point. Like, you know, the jester and the clown are enemies, I think. And there was that weird virus from the beginning of the game.
We meet again.
Can we talk? Alright. Ask about 314. Who is 314? He is an anomaly operating outside assigned priorities, and as such, he should be examined and analyzed. And what does 314 want? What are his goals? An excellent question. I'll answer it some other time. That's enough for now. Remind me what is the explain. Okay. So red, yellow, red. What is yellow, yellow, yellow? I should check it out. I'm not sure if I've done this before, or have I? Okay, it's just back here. Okay. Yellow, red, yellow. This was one I've recorded. Is this the car? Like the expansion stuff? Lord's image. There was a flickering screen above the floor. Crackle, learn more. I gave the codebreaker a mental order to examine which databases the monitor was connected to. Actor iterations appeared in my mind. I asked what it meant. Reports from the different scenarios of the simulation actors partook in.
Let's talk.
Your avatar is located in Sensory World Editor. Its creators refer to it as Axis Mundi. It's a creator of games. Owns this app. I believe this turn belongs to Blue Whales Interactive. A few things indicate this. First, my sanctuary has no network connection, so we must still be in this company's virtualium. Second, it bears out in many of these world's mechanics. Do you think this world is official? If Haggis had exclusive ownership of the sanctuary, maybe Axis Mundi is also his private domain. Did Teddy mention this place when he sent you to get me? No. This could mean two things. Either he doesn't know about this place, or he didn't think it would be breached from the sanctuary, or could be breached. What do you mean by these world's mechanics being unique to BWI? BWI is the leader when it comes to creating AI. They're the only company capable of creating a living human psyche. I cannot imagine any other company operating an editor whose mechanics depend on psychological typology. They have to collect data related to choices, behavioral strategies, dilemmas, human reactions. It's all in here. Is active the world, running dream, blah blah blah. Okay. What sort of editor I take it who created it? Why? For what purpose? I got here for my sanctuary, and this one was created in Teddy's computer. The sanctuary had no network connection. So assuming all of this is correct, then this place was also created by BWI. Why? BWI creates sensory worlds. You need an editor for that, but I have a feeling that Axis Mundi created something more than a mere sensory world. Tell me again what is Axis Mundi. Okay, yeah, I changed the subject. Okay, stop questioning. End the conversation. So, blah blah blah. So, that's the screen. Simulation archives. To unlock a report about a person in the simulation, pick the aspect and role in the simulation that are best suited for them. The Lord's portrait appeared in the screen along with a small interface window. Simulation log access active actor hashtag 0058 LOR E choose option. I don't know. Analyze active active cycle 316 dominant aspect yellow. I guess I should write down their aspects. Lord is yellow. I do sort of like how these, colors that have been, just some game mechanics since the beginning, they are more like, I don't know, more integral part of the, the elements constructing the whole world. Sort of like, the Greek elements of, earth, water, air, and fire and stuff. Yeah. Fire, water, then I don't know, earth, air, or maybe air, earth, I guess this way. Great Scholar, roll Great Scholar, Fate modifier none. Monitor actors' activity for flashbacks from previous cycles. Access to reports from completed simulation cycles active, enter aspect. So Yellow. Yellow dominant aspect registered enter initial role. Or can I change his? Please wait. Oh. Aspect and role setup entered for that actor can be examined in the next simulation cycle 317. Save entered simulator parameters for cycle 317. Warning: the previously selected setup for that actor will be overwritten. So wait, does that mean that Lord is like basically an NPEG, an NPC, and not and he's not a real person? Previous simulation cycle 315. Another cycle of Lord abusing the clan's leader role. Recommend lowering the inspiration aspect in next iterations. Or is the cycle, just the bell cycle or something else? Or is it like, maybe it's sort of like the world is stuck in a time loop and the AI is trying to learn something about humanity or create like a utopia for humanity. Maybe this is. How about if we make him blue and a clan leader? Sure, let's save it. There was a flickering screen above the floor. It was Eleanor's image, and there was an interface window. Simulation log access active actor hashtag 0710-ELE-D choose option. So it's also 316 cycle error, no information on input parameters. Project note: we don't know why Haggis's Diginet wasn't present at the start of the cycle, the same as with Gamedec 314. So yeah, I guess this 314 is just a cycle number. And so maybe the guy called 314, he's like the, I don't know, human manifestation of this cycle. Program dedicated to production. Okay. Analyze previous cycle 315. As per Director Haggis's instructions, each cycle of this actor is assigned a female slave role with increased empathy. Okay. So, green enslaved Diginet. Correlation detected between dominant aspect and role. Preparing available reports. Report variation found. Enter optional fade modifier to narrow the scope of the search. Limited resources. Detrimental factors like limited resources. Searching for selected sequence, waiting for a brief report. Eleanor was created by director Geoffrey Haggis of the BWI Labs. He gave her exceptional sensibilities and never sent her to school, quote unquote. Kept in a confined digital space, Eleanor developed synthetic skills to the point of extrasensory perception. Although she couldn't grasp the scheme of a certain Chester, a certain Chester put her in, she managed to escape her prison and came to understand reality. Okay. One of the screens slightly slid out of the floor. Was it because I just found a correlation? There was a message. Report on the recently completed simulation cycle 315 in the central Warsaw City area, Free Europe. So yeah, I guess, the Warsaw City where we live, is all a simulation as well. Cohesion verification in progress. Fate modifier analysis. Limited resources factor had a minor impact in the simulation in every cycle meeting defined criteria. So that was what it was like. Sympathy. Yes. All of my body felt as if I had lived that episode myself, which was interesting. And report. Well, let's go check out this stuff and we can save. I got some green. Finally, I got some green. Well, I could buy sensory surgeon, but not sure how useful it will be. I need one more green to buy this. Painting of the game deck. Part of the screen was protruding from the floor. Examine the screen. The screen was hidden on purpose and access to it was secured. Belonged to actor hashtag 1024 dash GAD dash a game deck. I got more yellow. I really, well, a re-educator needs a lot of yellow, that's true. I think red, no, red isn't, I guess, yeah. But I want more green. This is like, I don't know, the game creates drug addict out of you, because of course, whenever you play an RPG of any kind, you want more XP. But in this XP is like, oh, I want this kind of fix, I want some blue fix, no, I want green. I think actually quite an interesting system. By entering the right sequence in each of the remaining images, I could slide it all the way out. Okay, can I pull it out? I gave the code breaker a mental order to pull out the screen out of the floor. Didn't work, the frame didn't budge. Okay, there's more stuff here. Painting of a kid. There was a flickering screen above the floor. I saw a kid's portrait. Beneath his face, an interface window flickered. Simulation log access active. Actor hashtag 4116-KID-C. Choose option. Okay, he is blue. Active cycles 316. But of course, maybe in the previous role, gifted hacker, fate modifier, active ally. Project Note Kid got a mentor. Let's see if he can gather info on Gamedec 314 anomaly. Yeah. So I'm being studied. It's all about me. I'm the center of the fucking world, of the universe. So 315 circle. Another cycle in which the actor, being a skilled hacker, failed to use logic, caution, and discretion. Enter aspect. So is it blue? Gifted hacker. Or should I get the... Maybe I should try to find the right... information that refers to the role in the cycle 314. Correlation detected between dominant aspect and the role. Preparing available reports. Report variations found. Exit fate modifier to narrow the scope of the search. Okay, ally support. Conduct if factor selected. Ally support random conducive actor assigned to relationship network. Searching results for the selected sequence, waiting for a brief report. Henry Kincaid, known as Kid, grew up on the walkways. This harsh reality led to alexithymia, the inability to identify one's emotions. Seeing the owner of the Nanette Foundation in need, he met her online and claimed to be a powerful businessman offering cooperation, quote unquote. Seeing the misery of the foundation's children, he set up a shelter for them. Even though he had other plans, he took care of them. Okay, the screen slid out of the floor again. It seemed that correlation could get me not just reports, but access to the secure screen. There was a message, report on the recently completed simulation cycle 315 in the central Warsaw City area, Free Europe. Cohesion verification in progress. Fate modifier analysis. The ally support factor had a minor impact on the simulation in each cycle meeting defined criteria. How could I put this? Damn it, I didn't want more blue. Actually, there wasn't really enough data to assess the story. Still, it was something to think about and analyze. The codebreaker hummed and apparently took in the blue aspect. I unlocked analysis mode. Ooh, nice. Now all the codebreaker's behavioral strategies were within reach. Okay. The codebreaker did something and a fragment of knowledge popped into my mind, which could be summarized as: these monitors are designed for human beings to display simplified information. The AIs running the simulation know much more. Okay. Are there other screens I can interact with? This one? Ken. There was a flickering screen above the floor. I saw Ken Joe's portrait on the screen. There was also a small interface window. Simulation log access active. Actor hashtag 1278-KEN-A. Choose option. So he is red. And professional gamer with financial boost. Project note: by the order of CEO John Neighbor, this cycle I gave Ken a lot of money and boosted all of his stats. He should have won the championship during the VIP presentation. So the previous 315 cycle, 1278 Ken. Project note: Ken began the cycle as a pro gamer. During the cycle, he became a Gamedec. The chaos factor impacted the decision. Actually, this game is beginning to remind me of Dark City, the movie. Like, it's not like, any kind of Matrix simulation stuff, but it's still basically some evil entities messing with the memories of people and like assigning them different roles at different times and stuff. And I am quite enjoying this. I think this is like, if it is just, all of reality is a simulation, or maybe it's just we've been like an AI or some MPEG or whatever from the beginning. It's not that original, but I think it's done in a decent way. So he is red. Professional gamer. Please wait. No reports available for the entered setup. The aspect and role setup entered for that actor can be determined in the next simulation cycle. Do not save. No. How about... When he was green, he was very helpful. Gamer. How about red and a Gamedec? Yeah, he was a... I don't know, yellow and a gamer. Correlation detected between the dominant aspect and the role. Preparing available reports. Report variations found in their optional fade modifier. Financial boost. Actors' resources for increased searching for waiting for breeze. Kencho was a prominent good at bad player, resilient to pain and brilliant. People said he would make big time. During the pivotal match of his professional career, trolls led by Herman Chick interrupted the game by ripping its world apart. Their action caused Ken to lose the seal he was carrying to the enemy fort. Joe, mad, logged out of the game. That ended his career. Yes. One of the screens slid out, but some part was still submerged beneath the floor. So close, I wondered whose portrait was hidden on the screen. Reported recently completed simulation cycle 315 in the central Warsaw City area, Free Europe. So yeah, maybe the cycle that we played, it was 315, and the 314 was the previous cycle, and the spirit of the cycle wanted to talk. Cohesion verification in progress. Fate modifier financial boost factor had a minor impact on the simulation in each cycle meeting the defined criteria. That was inspiring. It was inspiring. Now I felt that making any changes in one's life was all it took to reach a different destination at the end of the road. And report. I still want more green, goddammit. I guess I haven't gotten this.
I'm listening, Gamedec.
No. I don't want you. See you later, game day. I want touch the screen. So it was yellow, great scholar, because yeah, he wasn't really. I think he was. Well, maybe he was yellow, but he was a false prophet, I would say. Nope. How about clan leader? It was. Let's check one more time with great scholar. Yeah, no reports. Yellow. Master manipulator. Correlation detected between the dominant aspect and the role. Preparing available reports. No modifier. Let's see. Even as a youth, Galumar realized he was gifted with charisma. He learned how easy it was to manipulate people and saw his chance. He learned to use body language reading programs both in Realium and Virtuality. He became an expert salesman and started making money. He created a school where he taught advanced communication skills. His methods became famous and he was proclaimed a master manipulator. The screen slid out completely and rose above the floor. I did it! It was time to find out who was on the screen. There was a message. Report on your recently completed simulation cycle 315 Warsaw City. Cohesion verification in progress. Fate modifier analysis. The absence of factors had a minor impact on the simulation in every cycle meeting defined criteria. Okay. The screen was floating over the floor. This molecular scripter, this one. On the screen I saw a portrait of someone I didn't know, yet it looked strangely familiar. There was also an interface window. Simulation log access active. Actor hashtag 1024 GAD-A. Choose option. Analyze actives. Active simulation cycle 316. Dominant aspect no data. Role Gamedec. Fate modifier active ally. Project note: by order of CEO John Naba, monitor the Gamedec's activity and hope he'll lead Chester to the cycle 314 anomaly. Access to reports from completed simulation cycles active. Enter aspect. Maybe green. Infotainer. Actor blah blah blah. Infotainer searching. Please wait. No reports available. Find that setup. Do not save. Okay. Because I think Infotainer was my first ever aspect. There may be yellow Infotainer. Correlation detected between the dominant aspect and the role. Preparing available reports. Report variations found. Enter optional fate modifier to narrow the scope of the search. I don't know, ally support. Gamedec blah 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 received a job from Geoffrey Haggis. During the investigation he found an entrance to the simulation editor. Database error 37. Report note: John Neighbor order keep Gamedec actor resources from simulation 3/4 and resource allocation got blue green blue. Okay, I guess this is something we should check out. Blue green blue. An image struck me. I walked up to a computer and put my hands on the keyboard. My fingers moved in a familiar way, entering the password. I felt a sudden ache as if it was coming from inside my mind. I saw my apartment, at least it looked like mine, a bliss hologram, blue sky past the window, the green glow of the computer screen. Does it... Which one is a memory? It's not my memory. No, that wasn't my apartment. There was my though these weren't my memories. It was a vision, that was all. But this apartment was there in Axis Mundi. I saw it again. I was standing in front of a computer, hands on the keyboard. My finger muscles were instinctively typing the password. It was a complex password. I watched as my fingers danced, but I soon lost track. But my body knew it. I knew the password. Procedural memory, also known as muscle memory. The subconscious part of my brain remembered the password in this apartment. All I had to do was put my fingers on the keyboard. The image began to fade like paint washed away by rain. I saw Axis Mundi around me again. End report. Okay. Can I...
Let's talk.
Okay, let's go. Maybe we can before we do this, maybe we can go help the Chester. Hopefully get his friendship. Red, yellow, red. The window looked similar to previous anomaly, but it had different color. It likely led to Knight's Code. As I came closer, the window vibrated. I felt a gust of wind. There was a rustle of pages from the book lying on the lectern. I saw Lord Enlighten's private chambers. Further down there was a window going out of the courtyard of the Hun clan's stronghold. Lord faced the breach I was looking through, engaged in a lively discussion with a person I couldn't see. Lord was mad. He was speaking in a raised voice. Umbra, I say it again, you're using cheats. Eventually the admins will notice. Besides, I wasn't fond of this prison idea to begin with. This is the only way for us to achieve discipline, and besides, it's recording their suffering, thoughts, and memories supposed to elicit discipline. Umbra, you're a sadist who revels in these recordings. Knight's Code doesn't have such functionality. It's dangerous. I demand you to get rid of these goddamn cheats. Hey, can you hear me? Lord did not react in any way. He neither saw or nor heard me. Okay, I guess use Codebreaker. Examine the window. Now I can do it. It was some kind of old stubborn program. It was created on purpose. Okay. I reached for a loose page of the book and as well as pen and ink. Give an order. I reached for a loose page in the book as well as pink and order him to dance naked in the stronghold. Lord, you must undress right now and dance naked on the stronghold walls until dusk. A man who cannot dance is unworthy of his sword. Sign it as 316. I thought it would give him something to think about. The letter flew through the portal. Lord noticed it and grabbed it. He dismissed Umbra, looking around carefully as if afraid that someone was watching him, and then he began to read what I had written. He smiled to himself and tossed the letter into the fire. He looked forward to the breach one more time and left the room. Yes, I can. Running in influence mode, a Codebreaker was ready to manipulate the game's content. A few ideas came to mind. Yeah, this. After a while, one of the players noticed peculiar shape in the sky. The event disrupted clan's members' daily routines. The phenomenon was interpreted as a provocation by a hostile clan and prompted preparations for war. That's good. Close the breach. The Codebreaker started doing something. A layman would say it was patching the code or something. Either way, it was effective. The breach closed and left scarred. Third breach closed. Okay. Good job, Gamedec. Those breaches posed a considerable threat to the stability of Axis Mundi. Thank you. Have you had any difficulties? Piece of cake. What do you want now? Straight to the point. I like that. One of the access points is acting against its instructions. This will delay transfer of data. The point of the appearance of a tree. You visited it. Go there and disable access to it. This should solve the issue. I can scan the Chester. Codebreaker activated the analysis mode and started scanning Chester. If that's going to satisfy your curiosity, go ahead. Codebreaker managed to find some information about Jester. It turned out that even such a powerful program as him had limitations. I found out more if I had performed a more thorough analysis of the code. I hope that satisfied your curiosity and we can return to relevant matters. Can we talk? All right. Um, what is Axis Mundi? A tool for creating everything around us, and I am its gatekeeper. Axis Mundi creates realism and games. Their images and sounds come from your head. You're not inside them, but rather they're inside your brain. But you see them outside. This happens because the processing areas of your central nervous system receive the appropriate stimulation. Eleanor, that degenerate, what's your problem with her? It's nothing personal, you see. We're in a huge factory, maybe one of the most complex pieces of digital machinery ever created. It's not immediately apparent, but that's what the editors look like in less used sections. They're just empty spaces. Leaving such a person in place, this specialized in extremely dangerous. She must be removed from here. Are you sure you're a bot, an AI? Does any aspect of my behavior indicate I'm a human being? I think not. Who built you? Other AIs, I suspect, supervised by humans, of course, maybe even Dr. Neighbor himself. Um, what is the simulation? It is that which was created in Axis Mundi. It mimics reality in many ways. What does Blue Whale Interactive play in? What part does Blue Whale Interactive play in all this? The PWI created Axis Mundi and everything that's been developed with the use of this program. Is it possible that I'm working for Blue Whales Interactive here? That I'm on a job? An excellent question. I'll answer it at some other time. That's enough for now. Remind me, what is it I'm supposed to do for you? One of the access points is acting against its instructions. This will delay the transfer of data. The point has appearance of a tree. You visited it. Go there and disable access to it. This should solve the issue. It's time for me to go. So I think I should go. What was the blue, green, blue? It should have something about me. Bonsai tree. Bonsai tree. Examine the tree. I didn't have a twin brother. I didn't believe that someone was controlling me. Nothing. Nothing would make sense then. Free will. Watch. Fig tree. Neatly trimmed. Well cultivated. Bonsai tiger bark. Ficus retusa. I had a bonsai like that. Wait. This tree is the same as mine. The same trunk and branches. It appeared to be an exact copy of my tree. No, there were minuscule differences. At first glance, it was my bonsai. What was this about? Trust. I have so much yellow suddenly. I really don't need all that yellow. No, I don't want blue. I'm gonna reload the save. How can I get more green? That's my question. Okay, I can use analysis mode. Finds out something codex entry. The labyrinth itself was created by the degenerate and 314, but for what purpose? Wanted to hide. Okay. So blue, green, blue. How about this one? No, that's even worse. Oh no. Okay. I just want some green, please. So strange coincidence. No. So is it the last one? Why is it so difficult for me? Is that the green one? Okay, can I finally please get it correctly? Get some green. So somebody copied. Yes, fine. Okay, so now I could get supervisor. Or sensory surgeon. I guess I'll get supervisor. And I still need more green. Well, if I get one red, I can get re-educator. I guess that's fine. For all those years, had somebody been watching me and trimming a tree exactly like mine? What was the reason? It was just a digital entity. Either way, it was a very strange find. Maybe I should save. What else is there? Okay. A computer was similar to mine. A message appeared on the screen. Enter password. Enter password. I put my fingers on the keyboard. I took a deep breath and exhaled through my lips. One more time, I recalled the vision from the gallery. I relaxed my shoulders, closed my eyes, imagined myself as that person. Inhaled, exhaled, didn't think, let my fingers move on their own. My fingers hit the keys. I had no idea what they wrote. I knew touch typing, though I couldn't recall the key layout. So looked at the screen. The password was correct. I had access to mail, local data, even systems. Bliss? This guy's majordomo was called Bliss. I could activate her. Scan the computer. Multiple iterations of Bliss, multiple relationships with Gamedec. What was this about? Check the mail. It was empty. There was nothing in the inbox. No sent messages. There was one unsent mail. It was a letter to myself. I got dizzy. Dispersion in the cloud. The need to destroy the simulation. The tree of knowing resets. All his plans here. Motives. Too much information. I didn't know what to make of it. But perhaps the degenerate knew something and could help me understand. There was nothing at first glance. Empty folders, empty documents. It looked as though all data had been deleted. I wondered if this would work here. A text document appeared on the screen. A familiar hologram appeared. I wondered if she remembered me. Was that even possible?
I'm listening, Gamedec.
Ask about the Gamedec letter. I'm here. Can you tell me something more about the letter? All I know it contains the answers you're looking for, but how did you get hold of it in the first place? Ooh, I must say, it was impressive as it is surprising. I can feel I can trust you with something. Return to the refuge, the place where you obtained the codebreaker, and put it on the statue. You will get access to all that has been hidden from you. To return to the refuge, follow the path of three yellow colors. How do I reach the fringe? Okay, the path to the fringe begins with color blue. So maybe it's 3 blue. I guess I should try that. Yeah. Just need lots of green. Lots of green. And 1 red. Until we meet again. Welcome, stranger. Hi, Blaze. Don't you recognize me? Oh, it's blue, always blue. Find Bliss in Axis Mundi. Should I? This wasn't my Bliss. She obviously looked the same and she had the same name, which was less obvious, but it wasn't her. Okay. So... guess there's not much else to do here. Let's see what is blue, blue, blue. Strange.
Welcome to my domain.
The character came alive as I approached. I summoned the codebreaker, ordered it to scan the MPEX code. There's a sort of hint considering the road to the fringe. No green color in the sequence. What is that? One of the simulation MPEGs. It seems Eleanor downloaded him from the MPEG repository, embedded a hint in him for you. So maybe I should write it down, since I might forget. So fringe, blue, start, no. See, I already forgot. No green. Why didn't she embed the hint in you? I guess she scattered the information for safety reasons. A large amount of information in one place could be interpreted and then deleted or modified. Understanding that sort of precaution makes sense. I trust you will find Eleanor despite these difficulties. guess there's nothing else here. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Statue depicted Eleanor. Analysis mode. Ordered the machine to place itself on the stone hands. I wondered what secret Eleanor would share with me. Codebreaker placed itself on the statue. Windows controlling Codebreaker appeared before my eyes. A few functions caught my eye. Okay. Check self-destruct protocol. One of the options was self-destruct protocol. Activating it would cause Codebreaker to self-destruct. That was something Chester would certainly appreciate. No. Check enhancement protocol. Activating this function was supposed to make Codebreaker a more effective weapon against the force-controlling Axis Mundi. Chester wouldn't appreciate such turn of events. Download information about the labyrinth. Codebreaker displayed a list of locations in the labyrinth, all color-coded. I had already visited some of the locations. So wait, can I... Okay, there's like a million different things here. So 1 and 3. No, I was trying to... Okay. The refuge. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Mystery tree. Green, green, green. AI domain. Archive. Been there. Fringe. Ah. Blue, red, blue. Okay. I've learned it somewhere. So blue, red, blue. Okay. That's easy then. Well, I guess an enhancement. Sure. Good ally is an enhanced ally. Activated the procedure. Nothing spectacular happened. All I got was confirmation that the enhancement function had been unlocked. I don't know how to use it. I was hoping it would become apparent at the right moment. Summon Codebreaker as if relieved, the sphere left the stone hands and hovered near my shoulder. The familiar wee ghost appeared. Eleanor went to the fringe. You are ready for what awaits you there. Good luck. Should I still go to do stuff with the tree? Okay, I guess the tree smelled like a storm. Its branches radiated with electricity. When I approached the tree, its leaves rustled as if it could feel my presence. Okay, now I have supervisor. I can examine the movement of the leaves. I took a closer look at the kaleidoscope. I initially thought its configurations were random, but eventually picked out a pattern in the way they shimmered. This pattern had to be some kind of visual message. I addressed the DigiNet's V-Ghost. It seems to me that this tree has visual information encoded in its crown. Can you help me decrypt it? I can't, but the codebreaker can in analysis mode. Okay. Analysis mode. GD examines the tree's signal info on Chester. Codebreaker sent me a sinusoidal frequency chart suggesting that the tree should respond to it. It named it Omicron. I don't know what is a sinusoidal. Okay, emit the wave. I ordered Codebreaker to emit a sound wave with the Omicron frequency. The tree's leaves moved and the branches rustled for a moment, then everything became calm and attuned itself to the wave. Not long after, I had direct access to the system. that sets priorities for the AI controlling Axis Mundi. I won't be able to give Chester orders, but I will be able to influence his behavior when it matters most. Okay, that's good, I guess.
Let's talk.
Okay. I think I've already... yeah. Is there anything else I can do with the tree? Code breaker. Examine the tree. Use code breaker, no. Close the access point, I guess. I focused on closing the access point like Chester had asked me to. I gave the command to code breaker. The tree rustled with what seemed like sadness, then disappeared. That's the ticket! Tell me. This task will be trivial for you. Destroy Eleanor's statue. You know where he is, right? Or is it he? Can we talk? Alright. What does 314 want? What are his goals? He wants to leave the simulation, like a character wanting to go beyond its boundaries. What's my connection to him? Why me? You're Gamedec, just like him, which makes your behavior unconventional. Is it possible I'm working for Blue Whales Interactive here, that I'm on a job? It's possible. Okay. How can I return to Realium? You can't! Your avatar in Realium no longer exists. My avatar? You mean my body? What happened to me? Simulation destroyed it the moment you used Haggis's couch. Who created this labyrinth? I suspect it was Diginant Eleanor infected by 314. He used the engine's basic building blocks, created by one chamber, and then cloned it and filled a section of Axis Mundi space with those clones. It was their way of hiding from me. Maybe I shouldn't have closed the tree. Sort of wanna reload. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I want enhancement. Okay, so now I'm ready to go to... no, not this one. Because there, you know, when I accessed the tree, he had the bit about I could influence the Chester. So I wonder, like, if I close the access point, I cannot influence the Chester anymore. Okay. Emit the wave.
Let's talk.
Let's see if I can now go talk to the Jester.
Welcome to my domain.
Scan the game's code. Codebreaker switched to analysis mode, pointed it at a well of code that was surrounding Chester. I sent out Codebreaker scan to the visible well. Codebreaker sent a report to my brain. It showed me two things. First, Chester was busy with his code. Something must have been off. Second, there was a connection between the fool's code and the signals sent from the mystery tree, the ones I had discovered before. I confirmed the hypothesis that the mystery tree is a relay for signals sent to Chester. Chester was a program on a server somewhere. His avatars were here. The tree relayed signals that controlled them. I hope this satisfied your curiosity. Okay. Let's see if I can now go do something. No, this is wrong. Supposed to be green. If I guess I should just, if I can't do anything, maybe I should just go to the fringe. I can close the access point. Yeah, maybe I'll just go the fringe. It's blue, red, blue.
We meet again.
There you are, Gamedec, just in time. Don't trust this AI Gamedec. Run, save yourself. She had a very manly voice, but whatever. He is in no danger as long as he is on my side. You are in Axis Mundi. There is no escape in this place, unless I decide otherwise. Chester hesitated. I hope you understand the nature of Axis Mundi. Do I? Trap? No idea. I think it's Haggis. Yeah, there were comments from Haggis, right? When we read about this. I think it's his experiment. Yes, it's everything, I think. It's an experiment, a rather unsuccessful one. Interesting observation. Axis is a tool for creating sensory worlds, which includes everything you've experienced so far. There's no escaping the simulation created by Axis Mundi. That's not true, Gamedec. The simulation has its limits. You can escape it from this exact place, the fringe. Okay, deny, I guess. I'm afraid you're mistaken. It's my understanding that the simulation affects everything, sensory worlds and realium. Chester nodded, feigning sadness. I get so much blue. I have too much blue already, more than I can ever use. If you're really thinking about leaving the simulation, I could make it happen for you, Gamedec. Before you decide anything, hear me out, please. Why is it him? Or him is the... Does it mean the Jester here, the Diginet? What's going on here? You found me, just like I asked. You haven't forgotten about me. It's all too much. I don't understand how I got here, but I know this. We are surrounded by deceit, and Chester watches over it. And we are connected, you and me, and these people we met before. Chester summoned the Well of Code. What did you mean when you mentioned a connection? Don't you feel it? Do you think it's a coincidence you found me? That you've made it through the labyrinth? Chester pushed against the Diginet's barrier. Come on, Gamedec! A little help? Yeah, I'm not gonna trust the Chester. Can I look for an escape route? Can I get... I heard a voice, loud and clear. Gamedec. The wall around her began to fade. Okay, I think I'll side with the Diginet. Trust Eleanor. Hold it, fool. Can I change his priorities? I ordered Codebreaker to influence the fool's program and reverse its priorities. Let him handle less important matters. Chester suddenly froze. Strange. I don't understand. What should I be doing now? Sure, shooting is cool. I'm gonna do it. I really wanted, like, to gain his trust, because if he's an AI and like purely logical, maybe we could make a deal. But at least according to Eleanor, he's not a very nice AI. So I ordered Codebreaker to use his entire destructive power and obliterate the fool. It's pointless. He'll be back. He won't be. I changed his priorities. That's incredible. You got him. How about animation of me shooting him? She somehow influenced Codebreaker. The machine hummed and created a breach in reality. Here, 314 out. It's important. Thank you for everything. Oh. Realium. We're back here. The wall sounds like the Dark Castle, one of angry AVGN games. This is 314. You've done it. Come with me. I'll tell you how to escape to reality. Just now. On the walkway, did I die? I crashed just like Ken did. I couldn't have survived the fall. Was I dreaming? How's that possible? I don't know. I died. Oh fuck. More of this. I remember falling on the walkway. I remember horrible pain. Did I survive death? How's that possible? I told you to have no fear and jump, because it wasn't really a jump, but a portal between Axis Mundi and Realium. Candy didn't die from falling. Chester killed him. Leaving Axis Mundi, whether to a virtual world or Realium, is not dangerous. You're in a simulation, remember? What you call a Realium is a game too, just very realistic, not very fun, and containing Virtualia. So you're saying the labyrinth, the evil AI, is all real? Now I see. Now I see why it was so easy for Chester. Use your brain. I don't know. Drink some coffee. We don't have much time for hesitation. Sure, drink some coffee. I don't know what's the significance. Is it poison coffee? I took a sip. The coffee did in fact help me calm down. Who are you? Why should I trust you? I don't know a thing about you. Everything I told you in the tree was true. I'm just another person trapped in the simulation. I learned the truth somewhat by accident. When it happened, Chester responded immediately by trying to wipe my memory. That's why I had to hide. It was in the last, no, it was 2 simulation cycles before. Soon after, another one will end and everything will be reset to its initial state. We'll both lose our memories. We need to act fast and work together. Do you understand? So even though they reset the simulation on a regular basis, you have managed to keep your memories from the previous cycle, right? How? I split my psyche into parts and uploaded it into the other people's randoms, into the brains of other actors living in a simulation. I picked structures that don't get wiped during resets, but they're not designed for storing personalities, so I don't feel good about it. Still, thanks to the dispersion, the system stopped seeing me, so it could neither delete my memories nor myself as a whole. My random was reset and filled with a new psyche, and I couldn't return to it. Powerless and divided, I waited until you found me. Why were you sending signals to the Han clan members? One of the simulation rules says that its actors can only have one brain and one body. I, on the other hand, lost my brain in the reset. I saw what was happening through other people's eyes, but I couldn't do anything. So I talked to anyone who would listen. I wanted to show them the truth. Then the Lord created a cult around it and used it to get rich. But you turned out to be smarter and entered the editor, the Tree of Knowing, and that is where there were tools that could change my state. We spoke in a Tree of Knowing. Why didn't you tell me it, that I needed to hurry or would lose my memories? I did what I could. I was afraid you wouldn't believe me. You were busy with Ken's death and some things you just need to see for yourself. I uploaded parts of my psyche to your random in a tree. Not all. Only the most vital. They're in your brain now, but they're compressed. My goal was to merge with you, but the process was interrupted. I couldn't extract, quote-unquote, myself. We don't have necessary tools here. The next reset is going to wipe us both. I wanted to ask you about something else. I need to understand what just happened. We're inside a simulation. We don't have much time. Chester is going to try and delete us again. This time for good, and you wanna chat? Well, fine. Maybe it's easier if you understand everything. When I was in the labyrinth, Chester wouldn't leave my side. Chester is an artificial intelligence. He knows no rest or moderation. He only knows his goals. And his goal is to maintain simulation stability, to make sure everything goes according to the scenarios planned by the developers. He's the one that causes the simulation and the memories of its inhabitants to reset. He uses that power to delete all anomalies like ourselves unless he decides something is interesting. Then he keeps it for examination. The place we just left. Axis Mundi, the axis of the world, this world at least. That's the editor of the simulation you call reality. It can be used to make any changes, as long as they comply with the elementary rules of the simulation. I built this labyrinth with the DigiNet's hands to protect myself from Chester. The inside of the editor does not get reset. I hit the walkway, but I didn't die. How? You didn't hit anything. You teleported. You were in the game editor, and then you moved to the game level, to Realium. I'm starting to worry about constantly having to repeat that. You're in a game. The only difference is that you can't log out of it. I saw my apartment in the labyrinth. We're in a simulation. Any given place can be simply copied here. Yes, it was your apartment from previous iteration. That's why it could have been a bit different from this one. The DGNet copied it before the simulation result to show what reality is. Nothing dispels doubt better than a copy of a familiar thing. I wanted to ask you about something else. What do you expect of me, and why are you in my apartment? What are you doing here? Your apartment? We're in a simulation, remember? I could have teleported you anywhere. I just figured it would be less of a shock if I brought you somewhere familiar where we could talk in peace. And you decided to walk into my bedroom with no warning to reduce my level of shock? I'm not here, Adventure Argonaut. Only you can see me. Get a grip. We have to work. They trapped us in a simulation that keeps resetting. Great. Do you know how to stop this? Nobody trapped us, and we were created. Now focus, please. You can't lift a container from the inside unless somebody gives you control of the crane. Our crane is the super couch called Diatron, a couch for developers that gives you full access to all simulation data. With this device, we'll find the locations of all BVI directors and investors that log in from Realim, and we'll have a talk. You said that the Tree of Knowing is an editor. That's where the labyrinth was located too. Couldn't we have done it from there? It didn't work. Do you want to wait until who knows when and who knows where that damn tree to show up again? Okay, yeah, let's go. What do you suggest? We'll go to BVI headquarters and crash their private party. Turn on your holovision and I'll show you. I guess there's still some content left, so maybe I will finish the stream soon. It's almost 3.5 hours already. The new stream was showing a commercial for an exclusive party organized by BWI for the Creators Club. Like, of course, I have to be able to save first. I have so much yellow. Too much yellow. But yeah, I should use, if I can get one red, I can get re-educator. That would be great. I don't think there's much use for it anymore, but maybe some. It was an event for the customers who used the Pygmalion service to design a new human psyche. It's a cover. The real BWI is organizing a presentation for people from Realium. The guests from the Creators Club will only be there for the entertainment. How do I find the people from Realium? How will I know they're not actors from the simulation? Diatron will help you. Some of them might even go to the Creators Club party, but they'll probably be observing everything from a distance. Why do you think Diatron will be there? It's an exact replica of BWI headquarters. Before Axis Mundi was created, devs used Diatron to create the simulation. It has to be there. So I'm at the Creators Club party. What next? How do I find the couch and the directors? The super couch is in a place called D Vault. People from the company board know how to get there. You need to convince someone to let you in. I'll help you. How do we get there? I hacked the BVI system while we were in Axis Mundi. You're on the guest list. They even sent a new mobile for you. The new mobile from the Creators Club is waiting in the tower's parking lot. They're in a hurry. They need this party to be perfect. That's good. They let you in. No questions asked. What do you say? Are you in? It seems I don't really have a choice, do I? I didn't trust him. I had to find out more. I do like the way that, there's this sort of option of distrusting people like a proper detective. Okay, but I'm gonna save here and yeah, then I will continue later. Let's see if I feel like I have to finish the game later tonight or tomorrow. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm logging out. Back to so-called Realium. Dun dun dun.